We start our roadside journey at Llanberis at the Lone Tree. You can find the tree by walking into the lagoons area of the town, and the tree itself stands on the edge of Llyn. My advice is to head here for sunrise, as it can offer some fantastic light and beautiful scenery. While visiting Llanberis, you can also take a steady walk outside the town to Ceunant Falls, otherwise known as Llanberis Falls. It's an epic waterfall which dramatically cascades into 2 stages down a tranquil wooded gorge below. If you visit this after substantial rain, the views are even more spectacular. Another great location at Llanberis is the Dolbadarn Castle. It's a fortification built by the Welsh Prince Llywelyn the Great during the early 13th century. The castle was important both military and as a symbol of Llywelyn's power and authority. From Llanberis, we head to Nant Peris, and this is the start of the pass of Llanberis. Between the mountains of the Glyderi to the north and east, and the Snowdonia Massif to the south and west, the immediate valley sides of the mountain are steep and craggy. At Nant Peris is the Afon Nant, which offers plenty of parking at the side of the road. You can also head up the hills and explore, and find some lone trees which I recommend photographing either at sunrise or sunset. From Nant Peris, we head up the Penna Pass and head towards Gwynant and head towards a lake known as Gwynant. On the way to Gwynant, you'll notice a few lay-bys at the side of the road. I'd advise you to pull in here. There's about enough parking spaces for 3 or 4 cars. From here, you can get a nice view overlooking the Gwynant, which lies on the river Llyn in the Nant Gwynant Valley, and it's about 1¼ miles northeast of Dinas. As you approach Dinas, just at the beginning of the lake on the left hand side, you would notice a little lay-by which offers a roadside viewpoint of a small boathouse which offers great foreground interest looking down towards Dinas. After the boathouse, you can then drive down to Dinas. There's enough parking on the side of the road for at least 5 cars. From here, you can make your way towards the lake. Here at Dinas, it offers many compositions of the lake. You can also take a walk around, discover the lone tree of Dinas. Also, if you're feeling that little extra fit, you can always walk up the hills. That offers you some fantastic scenery of the surrounding mountains of Snowdonia. From Dinas, we head 5 minutes down the road. Just before getting to Betws, you'll see it turning on the right to Creaflwyn. This is a National Trust property that is free. There is also a car park with toilets. From the car park you can take a short walk into the woodlands and discover a nice beautiful little waterfall. But this waterfall only appears after a nice bit of rainfall. If you're feeling a little fit, from here there's a 10-minute walk through the woodlands to the Llyn Waterfalls, which has plenty of opportunities for some nice photographs. We now head through Betws all the way to Rhyd to Llyn. Parking at this location is not a problem, as there is a car park in the train station on the right hand side of the road, which offers a pay and display. Just over the road, head over the sty, you can have a nice flat walk all the way around the lake. It offers some nice stunning images of some old boats. If you want to head up the hills, there's some fantastic lone trees up there with some amazing stunning views, and also some old derelict buildings. Our next stop is just around the corner, just above the village of Dywarchen. We head to Dywarchen. At Dywarchen, on the side of the road, you'll find enough parking for at least 5 or 6 cars. Arriving at the lake, you'll find a small jetty with some small boats, if that's what you fancy, or you can take a little walk up the hills, looking down at the lake and the beautiful scenery of Snowdonia. We now head to a small village known as Betws Garmon, which is just outside Llyn. When arriving at the village, you'll find a lay-by on the left of the road. Just park up there, head down the road and head towards the bridge. After a nice bit of rainfall, the rivers run wild and there's some good photo opportunities to be had at this location. Coming towards the end of our journey, we stopped just outside Caernarfon to the little church of St. Baglans. This charming church has its own royal connection where Lord Snowdonia is buried. This church was built in the 13th, 14th century. Its south chapel in the 16th, 17th century. The church is a rare example of a medieval church. The best times to photograph this location would either be at sunrise or sunset. Now we head over to the beach of Dinas, Dinlle. In good weather it's possible to see all the way along the Llyn Peninsula and across to Creaflwyn Island on Anglesey. This coastal landscape can offer some fantastic images either at sunrise or also sunset. From Dinas, Dinlle, we can take a 15-minute drive to the village of Trefor, which is on the north coast of the Llyn Peninsula. We now head towards the Trefor beach and park up on the small harbour. From here you can walk 15 minutes up on the hills along the coast until you come across these beautiful sea stacks. Our final location on this journey is down to Caernarfon to photograph the Caernarfon Castle, classed as King Edward I's grandest castle. It took almost 50 years to build at a cost of nearly £25,000.